Man, my hair, I just realized my hair is kind of a mess. Daryl Deemer, first in. Chewy, second. Logan with Ambus Aquatics, third. How all of you doing? I figured might as well just start a few minutes early. I'm here. I just walked Bolo. I ate dinner. You want to hear the dinner you don't want to eat? I had vegan nuggets that were actually really good. These were a new type. Tampa Tom. Yeah, where the Guppy is the mob, absolutely. And I had yellow squash. The reason I have yellow squash or zucchinis didn't look good at the grocery store today, is so I can feed them to my fish. It's all about the fish. It's I plan my meals around the fish. So it's all good. So yeah, we're going to talk a couple of things tonight that I have my rack finally up. I have 4 aquariums set up. I have the substrate ready to go in. So tomorrow I'll probably get the substrate in, and I may add water tomorrow. Hey, Valley Fish in the house, welcome. And once I get that rolling, I'll I'll let that all settle in because that usually takes a day or two before I set up the filters and get those ready to rock. Big J's, welcome. It's welcome to the live stream. Monday night drop in. So here's the deal: is that Alien Wolf Aquatics or Alien World Aquatics? Welcome. I really appreciate having you here. So, a couple of things. Can I ask a favor of one of you? Hey, Don Gallagher, welcome to the live stream. Okay, I have to ask a favor of one of you tonight. If you could do me a favor while we do this live stream. I have started to have, and it may be tough to see because I'm yapping the entire time. In the last about 3-4 weeks, I have started a facial tick right there where all of a sudden the thing is like going, like sometimes you have your eye twitch and stuff like that. Well, it's doing right there. So if anyone can tell me if they see it during the thing, because I have a feeling I'm sort of, compartmentalizing it, which men can do, is sort of our deal, and going on right from there. So, yeah, Alien Wolf does sound. Thanks, Alien World. Yeah, it's it's all good. Well, see if you do notice it, because I started to notice literally just started doing this. And I don't know if it happens because I'm yapping. Maybe when I yap, it doesn't happen. I have to sit still for a while. I have no idea. All right. So we'll keep that rocking and rolling since I'm now divorced, freshly divorced. Go from there. So I'm going to open up this later on today. And it came from King and Queen Cichlids. King and Queen Cichlids. And I don't know, like 3 weeks ago, I won. They did one of these things, and they said blank monster, first person to get it right. And of course, I said Cookie Monster because I like the cookies. Don't we all like the cookies? We like the cookies. So I've got that in place. So hopefully, I won that sucker. So I'm gonna go on right from there. But let's talk about beautiful fish. And beautiful fish, you can do several things around to make your fish more beautiful. You can do the proper water changes. You can make sure that the fish tank isn't overstocked. You can make sure that the levels are right and all that sort of stuff, which is really good. Those are really good things. Then you have to look at the food. And you go through and you look at the food that you intake for the fish that you give them. My fish eat better than I do. Except for one thing where Michael's Fish Room keeps ripping on me, is that I'm giving my fish bacon. Well, he eats a lot of bacon, so it doesn't seem to hurt him. So I try to give the best quality fish food I can give. And I try to feed several times a day. I watch the levels, make sure I don't have, too many nitrates, too much ammonia, all that sort of stuff. Make sure everything is in spec. And that has a lot to do with whether your fish are good looking or not. I have to take off my glasses because I'm like glaring. It's bothering me. So that does a lot to make sure your fish are beautiful and that they grow. Now I can't read, but give some, you lose some. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll have to put it on. I guess I'm going through reels. Welcome to the live stream. Great having you here. 11 here, 4 big thumbs up. Thank you, gang. I really appreciate it. And anyone who wants to share it out, please do. So you go with the quality, and again, it depends on the type of fish that you have. I have guppies. So the deal is that you can buy guppies at fish stores for $1.99, and they look pretty good. And generally, you have to treat them because they have worms and all that sort of stuff. But once you get them up and running, they look pretty good. They never look great. They just don't. So they look good, but they don't look great. You can get any type of fish at, especially the chain stores, but really any fish store. That may look good, but do they look great? And it all comes down to getting the best quality stock you can get, the highest quality. And for me, what this has mean is I've brought in fish through through Aquabid, Ambist Aquatics, ordered from him. I ordered guppies from great breeders like Stephen Quartler, Doug Gray. It's Alan Bias. I mean, these are like the top of the top. And did I pay more money for it? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes, because the fish are breeding well. They're healthier than heck. And I got, let's see, I got a couple of super reds from Michael's Fish Room. And I'm trying to remember the name of the people I got my shrimp from. The idea here is when you get from the best and you get really good stuff. Bob Kaler in the house. Hey, Bob, how are you? When you get stuff that is bred by somebody who really cares about them, that really cares about whether it be guppies or corridoras or plecos or whatever it is, you're going to have a better quality. For instance, I got my zebra danios at a fish auction in Kansas City. It's about a 3-hour drive. I drove 3 hours for some corridoras, some super red plecos, and some zebras, actually pearl danios. So I made that drive. Was it worth it? Yes. These fish are great. They're absolutely fantastic. Amateur Aquatics, welcome to the live stream. Great having you here. So when you kick off with the best you can get, you're going to get the best value. For instance, I got my Amica splendens and endangered species. I got that from Greg Sage. Why? Because he's sort of the guy. There's other people who have great Amica splendens. There's all sorts of people that raise really good fish. But I just figured, well, if I'm going in, I'm going all in. I'm going to get the best I can get. So that's, and again, it's just, and I just, I'm, freshly single. And so my budget is my budget, so I can choose what to do with it. And so that's a good thing. Now I know some people are married, and the family budget's family. You got kiddos, family budget. The only kiddo I have is a furry dog that takes about $100 worth of medicine each month, and he eats about $30 worth of food. Actually, yeah, it's about $30 worth of food. Hey, Bolo, you want to say hi? Come here, say hi to everybody. Hey, Biggies, welcome. It's been a while since you've been in one of the live streams, so I appreciate it. Appreciate having you here. So let me put him down. So the best you can get is the best you can get. And it helps for many reasons. More than likely, the fish are healthier. More than likely, if you're trying to breed a certain type of guppy, if there's something that certain type of pleco, the better the quality, the better the beginning. You can only screw it up from there. And believe me, I've screwed things up. And we've all had things that have not gone all that well. Right? Hey, thanks, Bob, for posting that. So we've all made mistakes with our fish room. We've all bought, and in my little world of, producing and having fish and doing all these different things, it's always the best I can get. And of course, there are times I haven't had great stock, but I've taken care of them well. I've treated them well, and I've gotten them to look relatively good. If I was ever going to go do discus, well, I'd be getting discus from, one of the guns, like from Discus Hans or from Watley or from Kenny's discus. There's several that I would go get my discus from. Why? Because they're really good. It's like bettas. You can buy a betta almost any. It's you can buy that $3 betta at Petco or PetSmart or something. And is it in great health? Probably not. Are you going to make it a better life? Yes, you are. Is that a reason to get a fish? Maybe for you, not for me. But if I was ever going to go betta, I would go to join the International Betta Congress, and I would, learn as much as I could and get the best stock I could get. And trust me, I'm tempted to go betta. But you know what freaks me out about going betta is that I know I'd have 50 jars set up throughout my house. It would happen relatively quickly. I'd have all those jars, and I'm not handy enough. Is it Simply Betta? Is that the name of the gal? Just had the baby. She set up a betta barracks, or her husband did for her, and she obviously helped out. Let me tell you, that ain't me. I'm not like Captain, handy on junk like that. I'm just not. Wish I was, but I'm not. So the idea here is get the best you can get. So with my guppies, I have right now, excuse me, guess who wants to come up? This is how spoiled my dog is. Come on. No, he's barking at me. Come on. He scratched my leg, demanding for me to pick him up. Now he's, let me pull this back up, and he'll come back when he's ready to come up and get in my lap. Again, it's just, hey, Bolo. Come on. Come on. He wants to come up. I just took him outside before we went on the live stream. Okay, here we go. All right. So it's today was a little bizarre around the whole set. Is that I went and looked at homes today. I went to a site for new construction. I don't know. There were a couple of things I didn't really like about it. Now that I'm thinking it through, but I need to buy a house at the beginning of to close around April 1st, for first weekend of April. That's the goal. So I've got to go get that. I've got to go and do what I from there. Yes, my dog is so spoiled. I'm feeding him thing by thing. Yeah. So you start off with the best you can get, the absolute best. And then you treat it well. You don't overstock your tanks. You don't, you just do whatever you can to keep your aquarium as healthy as it can be. Absolutely healthy as it can be. And for those of you who just dropped in, I've got a package here from King and Queen Cichlids. We'll open it up here. We'll open it up after 8 Eastern, 7 or 6 Central, right after 7 Eastern, 6 Central. And that would be 4 Pacific. And yeah, you know what? Alien World Aquatics, I agree with you. It's the other place I love to go to, and they have a museum not far from here. And it won't be this weekend because there's an aquarium club meeting in Fayetteville. And so Saturday I'll go down from there and just to go, go and see the outdoor museum that Worlds of Wonder is what it's called, that Bass Pro Shops did. So that's really cool. Amateur Aquatics, I try to understock my tanks. Yeah, it's well, the deal is knowing what the maximum is. And I've seen these videos of these aquarium stores in Asia, and they have these tanks uber stocked with big, big fish, but they have enough filtration to support it. So the idea here is that it really comes down to the amount of filtration. And a lot of these tanks have sumps that have to be, and I've never seen them go back when they've shown these in Aquarium Co-op has done some of the stuff. Michael's Fish Room has done some of the stuff where you see, wow, they can get all those fish in there and they all look great. They all look healthy. Not a spot of algae on the aquarium. How do they do that? Well, they've got a sump. They've got a sump in the back, and and it's like, hey, Tater Salad, welcome to the live stream. And once you have the amount of filtration and the ability to take care of fish in a proper way, well, guess what? You have the opportunity to keep more fish in the aquarium. For instance, I have this 55-gallon tank, and I have a canister filter. And I didn't get the biggest canister filter I could have, the one I could have gone with, like the next level up. But I have one that does exchanges 220 gallons per hour. Seems to do a good job. I have some hair algae, which is not really because of anything wrong that it's doing. It's because I've kept the lights on too long. So I'm trying to keep the lights off for good periods in the midday when I'm at work. And trying to turn them off early. For instance, when we're done with this live stream, I'm going to feed the fish again, and then I'm going to turn off the lights, and we'll worry about it in the morning. And I get up early. I get up, well, hey, Melvin's here. Welcome, Storm Riders Aquatics in the house. So I get up early. So my dog woke me up today. My alarm goes off at 4:23, and he woke me up at about 4:10. He's got it down to timing. And so I got up. I took him. I got downstairs. I got the first thing I do besides coffee is I get the brine shrimp going, and I take him for his walk, give him his medicine. Then I turn on the lights for the fish and feed the fish. Madfish Diva, welcome to the live stream. And that's what I end up doing. And so I feed the fish, and then I turn off the lights, and I get home to I get home. My lunch break is around 9, so I get home at 9, and then after that, I promptly once it's 9 o'clock, I promptly turn them on, feed the fish again. Today I made the mistake and I left them on. Normally I turn them off and then turn them back on when I get home from work, which is like 1:30, 12:30, something like that, depending on the day. I end up doing a lot of work at home, so it's like tomorrow, for instance, I have an appointment with clients for lunch at a Greek place. That Greek place has, and by the way, anybody who's Greek in this, watching the live stream today, what's the name of the cheese at Greek restaurants that they light on fire? It's like the greatest thing ever. And the other thing I love about Greek restaurants, I love lamb. So it's, again, I try to eat like a vegetarian or vegan most days, but I have meat a couple of times a week. And so that's sort of the stuff right from there. Again, I'm feeding the world's most spoiled dog, and going from there. So now the idea here is that you can go, hey, Ciagua, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Wow, 16 here, 11 likes. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your support. And in a few minutes, I'm going to open up this package from King and Queen Cichlids. So it's, I wrote a note to Scott and Liz thanking them for sending this to me. I won something on their live stream. So my Saturday live stream, King and Queen Cichlids want to do it at 7, and that's fine. I gave them that time. I love them. They're wonderful people. So I'm going to move my live stream. Hey, look at this. Doug Gray in the house. Hey, Doug, your package arrived. I got some of Doug Gray's patented Guppy food. I ordered some last week. It arrived today at my mailbox, but I was already at home, so I have to pick it up tomorrow. But it arrived today at like 4:30, so it's all good. Do you know what? That's a good question. I am not using. I have an Alexa. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 34 degrees Fahrenheit.
34 degrees Fahrenheit. This morning when I walked Bolo at 4:30, it was 54 degrees. That was 34. It's been temperatures are going like this all day long. So there you go. So okay, well I'm going to open this. Well, let me finish feeding Bolo here. Man, he's spoiled. So yeah, it's just the best breeding stock you can get. That's how you get beautiful fish. And it's from the best breeding stock, from the best stuff. And and again, if this hobby means something to you and you sock away a little bit of money, makes all the sense in the world. It's like you get your guppies from Doug Gray, or you get stuff from Ambus, who has lots of good stuff, or anybody else who's selling, who has fish that they ship out. And so it's all good. Okay, Bolo, you done? Hey, thank you very much again, Bob. All right. Let me open this up. So I received this today from King and Queen Cichlids. It's your Alexa say, what are you talking about, Peter? Absolutely. So from King and Queen Cichlids. So let's open this sucker up. Let's see which is the I don't want to flash their address. I don't necessarily have a problem with my address because I don't live at my address that's on here. It's so I use I use a mailbox type of thing. So here we go. What do we have? Woohoo! A king and queen. Can you see this? King and queen cichlids T-shirt. Cool. Oh, I'll wear that. You know, you may see me on the next live stream wearing that sucker. Yeah, it's you know, Alexa is an amazing tool. It really is. It's I have a ring and I haven't connected the ring to the Alexa yet, which I probably need to do. So I'll do that and get that done. Stones are a very hard band to mix. So sound check in Vancouver in 1989. I'll tell you what is that all bands in the modern era have become very difficult to mix. They bring their same crew with them all over the place. You know, if you look at this, a lot of these bands have, you know, even quote unquote, metal bands or bands that live off of a raw sound. A lot of them have computer programmed in sound. So it's just because of the complexities of the recording, they layer so many guitars or different instruments that they have a lot of stuff that is programmed in. So that's all good. Yeah, Alexa does spy on us. Alexa, do you spy on us?
No, I'm not spying on you. I value your privacy.
Did you guys hear that? It's far enough away that I don't know if you. It's. I wish you guys could see this. I'm driving in the middle of an alfalfa field. There's two huge rainbows in front of me. It's pouring rain and the sun is shining behind me. Very cool, Don. Very, very cool. It sounds I when I worked in New Jersey, um, I would go into New York City every day, but I would go and the building in New Jersey was like 9 stories up. And because they had parking for the first couple of levels, and first level was really the third level. So we were on the top floor. And after a big rainstorm and the sun coming out, you could look out and you could see 3 different rainbows. It was unbelievable. Sorry, tater salad. I apologize. I'll stop it now. And yeah, it's our digital assistants are becoming more and more important in our lives, aren't they? So there you go. Well, let me put my glasses back on. Let's see if it's still shining because I need to read this. Lumpy Dog in the house. Great having you here. And someone wants to come back in his lap. See his daddy. Come on. Yeah, talk about a drinking game. Someone brought this up in a live stream. Every time Bolo gets down or gets up, you have to do a shot. It's funny, when he was a younger dog, this didn't happen. Yeah, and now that he's kind of old and cranky, this is the type of junk that he does. See, here he is. Yeah, as you can tell, he's very, very This is a dog that is highly neglected. Um, so that's the idea. Is you just start off with the best stock you can get, and obviously great food. Making sure your water changes are good, getting the poop out of the tanks. I know some people love mulm in their tanks, and it works for them mainly because they're doing a lot of automatic water changes, which is perfectly fine with me. And so that's it's there are several people who ship mulm. I'm going to ship you my poop. Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm all about all the money you can get. I'm a capitalist. If you're willing to, if you can sell your fish's poop to people, count me in. Count me in. Talk about a heck of a deal. It is. Ooh, Amateur Aquatics actually found money at the end of a rainbow when she was a kid. That's funny. That's really cool. Um, so Michael does, and you know who else ships mulm? LRB Aquatics ships mulm, and I think Sergeant Tank also is shipped mulm from time to time. No, it's a burgeoning industry, the mulm industry. Yeah, add mulm to your Get Gills account. I have not bought anything off of Get Gills yet, and I apologize. It's maybe I'll look for I'm gonna get more shrimp, a different color of shrimp. I think I'm doing Blue Dreams, but I haven't totally made up my mind yet. And so I may have to get them through Get Gills because I want to support Dan and Dan's Fish, and because he's a great guy. He's a great guy. I really I enjoy him. I enjoy his live stream. And am I right? LRB Aquatics sells mulm too. It's a heck of an industry. I want somebody to be known as, and it isn't going to be me, but wouldn't it be great if there was just somebody known as like you know, where you go get your mulm? It's South Park did an episode a couple of weeks ago, and it was about a fecal transplant. So sort of like mulm. Okay, very good. I'll take a look at that. Thanks, Lumpy Dog. I'll take a look at that. Congratulations, Tater Salad. Yep, it's you've gone. You're part of the team. See, Madfish Diva. You see, you're in a burgeoning industry, the mulm industry. That's right. Get your fish poop on Get Gills too. It's a burgeoning industry. It's great. That's funny. Did you see that? It just moved a couple of times. I wasn't doing anything. I've developed like a tick in my face. So it's it's right here, and it's been happening the last couple of weeks. I don't know why. So let's see. It's only been 1 week, and the plant's the new dirted tank and kicking out lots of new leaves. Yeah, you see, you could build mulm there in your dirted tank. Yeah, my dog doesn't make a lot of poop. It's small poop. I had an aunt and uncle who had a borzoi, better well known as a Russian wolfhound. They made huge poop, gigantic. I mean, you need like a 2-bagger. Yeah, Bolo's movements are a little bit bigger than a Tootsie Roll, but not much. Today he did two that were, they're fun sized. He makes fun sized poops. This is where we've gone on our live stream today. We've gone to quality breeding stock, making sure your aquarium get all the water changes and the levels are right, and fish poop and dog poop. Yeah, it is a new low. And by the way, my live streams, the Mob Guppy live streams, have been known to go low. And I think that's why you're all here. And he'll never eat a Tootsie Roll again, Doug. Bolo's more fun size than a Tootsie Roll, but Now, what type of snake do you have, Amateur Aquatics? I have like temptation for herps, with snakes and with lizards and all that sort of stuff. And it was just going on from there. By the way, my company did some Christmas parades and they got like candy to give out. And I wasn't involved in the candy purchasing, but let's see, a boa constrictor and a ghost corn snake. Very, very cool. And they're really, really loud. The breeder box for pleco eggs. Well, I don't keep my plecos in my bedroom. I have had, and I always found the ladies was a selling point, was when I was single before. Hey, would you like to come to my place and see my fish? They're in my bedroom. It's magic. It's like an Usher song. Just like an Usher song. So, yeah, I'm not planning on, at least if I start getting pleco eggs, I'm at the point where I believe I have two males because they're sort of sparring off with each other. Oh, tater salad has a red-tailed boa and a carpet python. Very good. Now, do you guys eat? You people who have the snakes, do you feed live mice and rats, or do you do the frozen? And the frozen ones, do you like defrost them? Just curious. Wow, it's that loud. So let's see here. Oh, we got like a mulm. We got mulm business going on here. I love it. You don't do live amateur aquatics? It's there's a YouTube channel with a guy who has a snake shop, and he doesn't do live, and he must have at one time a couple hundred snakes in his location. It's fantastic. And they show them feeding them all. And it's just opening up a drawer, handing them the mouse, just boom, 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 boom. And it's just fascinating. I really appreciate it. Very good. You raise your own feeder rats and mouse. Excellent. Well, let's see. I ate fried rattlesnake chunks. You're in Dallas, you see, or gator chunks. I'll tell you what, gator chunks are really, really good. It's with the salsa on it, really, really good, and that's a real Cajun specialty. You very well, but I wouldn't be surprised in Dallas if you got some rattlesnake. It's and the joke about alligators, does it taste like chicken? No, it has kind of like a fish consistency, and it's good. It had it's a little more meaty than fish, so it's sort of like if you ever have had shark, sort of like shark. It's really good. I like it. It tastes like chicken battered in Mobb. Yes. Uh, no, tater salad. I get it. The idea of raising your own food. It's like I have worms here to feed my fish. I've got to start another round of cultures because I'm not getting nearly enough worm production, and it's great feeding them the worms. I like it. The fish love it. They go nutso. So it's all good. All good. 12 here, 13 likes. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Rockford Fish Keeping, welcome to the live stream. I'll tell you what, I feed live baby brine every week, or not every week, every day. Occasionally I'll miss a day if I get out of town or something like that, but I'm feeding it every day, and it's great. The fish love it. It's healthy for them. They go bonkers for it. I also do. Excuse me. I also do. The worms, and then high quality foods like the Doug Gray food. Like I have ultra pellet. I have a couple of different omega-1 vegetables for the omega splendens. Really, really cool. Hey, tater salad, we don't judge no spelling here. Like my bad grammar or poor grammar, which would be the best use of it. So don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're a pretty accepting group. It's no need to apologize if you screw something up. English. I have a tough time. English is my lone language. I speak a little bit of Spanish, a little bit, poorly. So, but if I can walk into a Mexican restaurant and I can order, so there you go. You find alligator silky, Madfish Diva? I just think it like has that fish consistency, but it's a heavier meat. It's just terrific. I think it's just it's well, there you go, Doug, going full grammarian on us. Don Lumpy Dog, did you spoil sand to spoil gravel? I'm ready to do a 55 after watching Father Fish. Yeah, in Hawaii, Jesse, it's getting meats that are raised off the island. I know that they have a lot of agricultural type of stuff. Are all the meats there raised on the island? Just curious. And or a fish that they have captured, that the fishermen have picked up. Just curious how that works. And folks of Samoan heritage, their favorite meat, or one of their favorite meats, and they do a lot of stuff. And people in Philadelphia and South Jersey have scrapple. Samoans love themselves some spam. They love some spam, and which is great. And they're sweet people. Yeah, here's the deal, Don Gallagher. I don't expect anyone to agree with It, oh, you see. Now, are you Samoan, Jesse? See, that's a Hawaiian deal. It and the Samoans, they're a great group of people. My parents had moved to Washington State from California, and their movers were Samoans, and my dad wanted me to tell, uh, wanted to tell me about the Samoans. I said, before you say a word, I'm going to tell you about Samoans. He goes, I said, huge guys. They're just giant people. I said, they smoke like fiends and they're Mormons. And he goes, how did you know? I've spent time with Samoans. That's just, you're Chinese. Okay. And, you see, there you go. It's, Spam is from my home state, Minnesota. So there we go. Got that going on. It, hey, Doug, do you like Scrapple? Which is the Jersey, Philadelphia version of Spam, Scrapple. I've never had Scrapple. I now really feel bad that I didn't have some. It's Spam on toast with beans. Yeah, you see. And I like grilled Spam and cheese sandwich. Coat the bread with locatelli cheese. Sounds good. Never had Scrapple. No, that's Scrappy Doo. Scrappy Doo, not Scrapple. Yeah, it's pretty incredible, Jesse. The amount of spam eaten in Hawaii. Thanks, Brandon. Mr. B's Fish and Things in the house. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for being here. And lurking, people can lurk. I'm pro lurking. Yesterday, I was watching D's live stream yesterday morning, and I was basically doing junk in the fish room, doing junk around the house, and listening to her, and it was just great to support her. So that's yeah, Scrapple having nothing to do with Scrappy Doo. Susan of SLC Aquatics in the house. Great having you here. If a hurricane was threatening, I'm going to first thing run out and grab water, gas, and Spam. Now, I have a question, Jesse, and this is a Hawaiian question. Is that or people who are in like California in the Pacific Ocean? I thought for whatever reason that a hurricane in the Pacific was referred to as a typhoon, because you hear about typhoons hitting Japan, hitting Indonesia, that type of stuff. A typhoon is a hurricane, right? Am I wrong here? Help me out. Help me out. I don't know. I don't know. I've tried to keep myself away from the coast for good reasons, mainly because it's. I saw that thing where all the water came into Thailand, and yeah, there's a good reason to be a landlubber. Good reason. So it's, man, just a great group here tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Yeah, so I'm going to change my Saturday time. And I'm sort of playing around with this. I'll let you guys know ahead of time. I'm probably going to do this at noon Central. That'd be 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on Saturdays, and mainly because it's Scott and Liz wanted to move their time to when I was doing my live stream on Saturdays, which is fine. I think it's great that they want to do there, and time is time. I'm not, it's not like I own the time. It's, and I suppose I could continue doing the thing at that time, and and so there you go. The Western Pacific areas, we'll call it a typhoon, but we're in Eastern Pacific and Hawaii, it is a hurricane. Okay, that's what I thought, but I was trying to figure out, what was going on with that. So that's good. I guess what else is going on with the fish? I don't know. I'm just keeping track of what's going on in the fish room and all that sort of stuff, and getting that in place. So I'll work on the new streaming time, work on our video for Wednesday. I think I know what I'm doing. I just haven't recorded it yet. What's funny is I bought this new camera equipment that I've been using. I've been using outside a lot. I have yet to use it on a fish tube video, and I've had this equipment for like 4 or 5 months, and which is just crazy that I haven't used it. And I bought a camera that that I can connect to my Wi-Fi. Pretty cool, huh? So I may have to work that out. Work that out. That's just again just a great group of 15 here, 14 likes. Thank you guys very much. Thank you very much. So I'm going to wrap it up because I know people are getting ready for the next one, and I'll tell you what, my head is just killing me, killing me. But I want to thank you guys very much for being here. Thank my mods, Susan, Melvin, Doug, Don, Daryl, Bob Kaler. You guys are the best. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being there. Thank you for this great T-shirt from King and Queen Cichlids, and I really appreciate you guys being around. And thank you guys so much for being a member of the mob. And thank you, Tater Salad, for getting Endlers. You've now gone down the road where there's no return. Have a great, great week.